Hi everyone, I'm back at here with the next add into the series. So in this part, I will be talking about macaws. However, I will be mixing the macaws into two different categories: your big macaws and your mini macaws. So to start off this brand new section on macaws, I'll be starting with the most common big macaw kept as a pet, the blue and gold macaw. So, sorry, I have to move my chair in there. These beautiful big birds are found from Panama in Central America to the northern tip of Bolivia in South America. But however, they are on a decline, even though they are heavily kept inside of captivity here in the world and are bred prolifically for the pet trade and for the reintroduction project back into Trinidad, Paraguay, and I believe it's the northern tip of Argentina. They are on a decline in the wild due to poaching as well as deforestation. So, as you know, these birds, the blue and golds, they are striking. They have a beautiful bright blue color from above the chest, so the neck, down the back towards the tail, where the tail is the top is blue and the under the tail is yellow. So it's a two-tone tail. It's very beautiful. I have quite a few of them in my feather collection at my house. And where they get their full name, the blue and gold, the yellow on their chest is a yellowy gold color which goes from just below the throat to the lower part of the belly by the rump. They are extremely beautiful. The face is it's bare. It's a bare skin, which when they are either upset or when they excited or anything like that, it blushes. So it actually turns like like a pinkish red. It is it is gorgeous. And with that, they got black feathers that mark their face like a fingerprint, and it is extremely cute. So like it's literally a white feathers with the um, black feather lines on their face here, and then they would either have like a black throat or brown throat, depending on the subspecies. Most people say that there's one subspecies, but I know that in captivity they have been split into several, like Bolivian blue and golds and normal blue and gold, all that. So these guys in the wild, their diet mostly consists of seeds and nuts from several different indigenous plants. And I'm not even going to try to say the names of those plants, as I'll just sound like an idiot. And yes, sorry, I am still a bit sick. I'm doing this the very next day after the last videos. So, and when they want like minerals like salt or anything like that, they'll go and find a clay bank, like where you get your clay sand, and they'll actually nibble on that, as the minerals inside there hold silica as well as some calcium and everything, which is what their body also needs. And when these birds eat, they are extremely quiet. They don't like making noise when they eat. From personal experience, you make noise while they eat, they give you a very scared look. They look at you like, "Why are you disturbing me?" It's actually kind of funny. Um, but when they're done eating, they are exceptionally noisy. Like I've actually lost hearing because of it from working with macaws. Um, and they are extremely noisy on the top of the trees. They are often seen in the wild flying in flocks of up to 25 birds. However, the bonded pairs that fly together in these groups even fly so close that their wingtips are touching. So it's literally like you holding your partner's hand when you're going out for a walk. That's how these birds are. It is amazing to see. Siblings even do it. Is that they do it to keep track of their family, and it's amazing to look. So, like I say, I've bred these birds personally in captivity. They are beautiful. So people feed them differently in captivity. So like myself at my previous facility that I was working at, in the mornings we'd give them fruit and veggies mixed in with some supplements for their health. So calcium and a whole bunch of other amino acids and stress relievers and all that, just to help them, as even in captivity they can get very stressy, and we don't want vet balls. Certain vets will be very nice, other vets will just take advantage of you. And then in the afternoons we used to give them what we call the high fat macaw mix, seed mix. So it's where, because macaws eat a lot of nuts, they were given quite a fair amount of nuts along with seed, and that would last them until the next morning. We made sure it lasted them until the next morning. And for extra protein that they would generally get from eating grubs that are in the soil or in trees that they chew on, I gave them some dog pellets, which actually really worked very well. It might sound weird, but it actually really worked, and it actually helped them. It also, believe it or not, made their feathers a lot more glossy. So each person's each to their own. Like, that was my diet that I gave them at my previous facility. I don't have them here at my personal facility, as I'm not big enough yet, and I definitely do not have the money to get them, as they are kept as the most common pet birds. However, they can reach up to about, well, a fair amount. Let's just leave it at that. And also, these birds are quite long-lived. They really are quite long-lived. They can live up to about 60 years in captivity if kept properly. And with that, they will have about 2 to 4 babies in the nest at one time. And those babies will stay with them in the nest until they're about 90 to 100 days, and then they'll start learning to fly, I should say. And then they took a little bit longer because I was 100. They take about 200 days to be fully independent, where they're eating by themselves, they're weaning, they're eating by themselves, but still take some food from their parents or anything like that. And they'll stick with their parents for up to 3 years before, in the wild, they'll go out and find partners of their own and start their own little family colony. It's very fascinating. However, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like you see, I know quite a bit with my macaws, as I have bred several different species of big and mini macaws, and I will hopefully have videos about this length, maybe a bit longer depending on each one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe, and I hope you can pass this on to someone who loves birds.